Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Cooler Master Centurion 5 case. At the front of the case is 5 5¼ drive bays and 1 external 3½ drive bay. Here is the power button, reset button, hard drive activity LED, and the power LED. At the very bottom are 2 USB ports, a FireWire port, a headphone, and microphone jack. This case doesn't come standard with a window on the left side panel. This is optional. And on the right side panel, there are a number of ventilation holes. At the back of the case, at the very top, is an included 350-watt power supply. Also included is an I/O shield plate, a 120mm fan, and 2 thumb screws, which are on the left side panel. And right here are the 7 expansion slots. Since this is a mid-sized tower product, it doesn't have a tremendous amount of room to work. However, it's more than adequate. Note, though, that the motherboard tray is not removable. This case has a toolless design. That means installing cards in any of the expansion slots or drives in any of the drive bays is a very simple procedure. Also, the case comes with an 80mm fan that's at the front bottom of the case. As I mentioned earlier, at the front top of the case there are 5 external 5¼ drive bays and 1 external 3½ drive bay. There are also 4 additional internal 3½ drive bays. Whether installing a drive in a 5¼ drive bay or a drive in any of the 3½ drive bays, it's a very similar procedure. But first, let me show you how to install a hard drive in the internal 3½ drive bay. First, carefully place the hard drive into the drive bay. Once you've done that, you can slip this forward and then lock it into place. When installing a 5¼ drive in any of the 5¼ drive bays, you'll first need to remove the front cover. Now that I have this off, I want to show you the filter, which is for the included 80mm fan at the bottom front of the case. Here it is. It can be removed very easily by pressing here. This then gets removed, and the filter is easily accessed for cleaning. There are also filters on each one of the drive bay covers. Now, in order to continue, you'll need to take off the drive bay cover. In order to do that, remove the 2 screws. Next, snap the front cover back on. Once the front cover has been securely fastened, then carefully slip the 5¼ drive into the drive bay, and as I showed you earlier, just slip this mechanism forward and lock it down. When installing a card in any of these expansion slots, you'll need to first press down right here, then flip this back. Then carefully place the card into the expansion slot, flip it back, and lock it into place. And finally, have a listen to the fans, which come standard with this case. This case looks somewhat similar if you glance at the front of this one in comparison to the much bigger and heavier server case from Cooler Master, and that's the stacker case. I like that case a lot, and I also like this particular product a lot. This is an affordable case, and it does have a lot of good features. It comes with 2 fans, so air circulation is decent. It also comes with a 350-watt power supply. There's an adequate amount of room to work on the inside, and there are lots of drive bays. Overall, this is a kick-ass product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds. This has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com. And while you're there, you can go into the forums and register. And remember, registration is completely free. Also keep in mind, you can find out a lot more on this product in the forums. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please help support 3dgameman.com. Until next time, take care.